Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers, and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video.
Big up the labor right thugs them. Big up the PNP thugs them. And the politics here can't talk about this now. One done. That's Shamila. Go on, Buckler. Yeah, me. Hold on, I want to give us some energy to the ladies. Sorry.
Yes, always remember, every time we're starting a video, to always look at your LCD, the thumbnail. So right now you're looking at two men. At the top, you're looking at the recent release convicted murderer. Yeah man, Vybz Kartel. You know, Vybz Kartel is responsible for over 100 Jamaicans, going to the grave, and his number is going up. With the Cherry Tree Lane massacre, he had played a major role in it. Yes, not physically, but conspired along with the people who went on this operation. It was a payback. And the man at the bottom, never met him before, his name is Kevin Tiliba Roberts and Israel. He's the one that provided two M16 rifles to Vybz Kartel, who passed them on to the Klansman gang member. So that's why they were able to went down there to Cherry Tree Lane and commit this massacre. 17 people were shot and 8 of them were killed. This shooting, it's not in a vacuum. This was a well orchestrated operation by Vybz Kartel. And it has to do with some men baby behavior. You understand? Yes. You have a guy now by the name of Blackazan. Them call him Papa. Some people, only those who are close to him know the name Papa. Yes. So Papa, what happened is that whilst Papa was in prison, Vybz Kartel, although he was in prison, he knew that he was coming out, because he knows that Jamaica is a criminal's paradise, and he knows that money is what the world go around. So whilst he was in prison, he buys many guns. This man was in prison, Instead, the man there trying to change his life. The man was there racking up numbers still, killing people from in prison. So he was buying, he had bought guns for White Knight, that's a guy from Clarendon who is very ill. White Knight and criminal island-wide in Jamaica, because he wanted to make sure that he have one link. So he didn't have to, if you have somebody to kill, like in Montego Bay, he didn't have to, any logistics move from St. Catherine, where, he's from, to go to Montego Bay. He would have someone down there to do it, like, his connection with Shabdan. So what happened is that he had bought some guns and give them to Blackazan, and Blackazan refused to give him back. So they weren't on any speaking terms. That's from in prison. So that's what led up to the massacre. All of these people losing them life. But everything all started is not from there. It started from a guy by the one that charged of the 8th murder, Leighton White. This is where everything is coming from before it lead to the Havana Heights quadruple murder of Kevin White family. What happened is that he went to Western Union and collect $800,000 for Papa, that is Blackazan. Instead of, as we tell you before, there's no honest criminals. Instead of he handed over the money back to the man after he had collected, because it was scamming money, he took the money and went to St. Elizabeth. Blackazan sent one of his emissary, that is a guy by the name of Allah, to go and collect the money from him. And instead they would I give him a message or something like that, they beat Allah and drop a stone in his head. And then from there, all bet was off. So that's when you have the quadruple murder in Havana Heights. And then, one people, Leighton White, went to a site and kill a man by Jackson Street and all kind of things. So we're gonna, it's such a complex thing with these people. But, although these people from the Cherry Tree community lost their life, 8 of them, including a child. So we're gonna, don't let them name, forget them name. But the main person that they went there for was Hal, the driver of Blackazan. So we're gonna, the deceased are Aiden Bartlett, and he was 7 years old, a student. What could this little boy have done, these men? Then you have Kevin Daly, he was 27, a therapist. Lawrence Francis, 50 years old, construction worker. Diamond Bennett, 20 years old. Errol Stewart, also known as Wagga, a butcher. So Wagga is in a relationship with one of Papa, that is Black Azan family member. Jermaine Booth, also known as Blacks, he was 32. Courtney Messam, also known as Dumby. And Margaret, a woman identified among the victims. So the senseless violence not only took 8 lives, but also left 10 other wounded, included a 1-year-old boy and a 70-year-old woman, both hospitalized. So that's how you tell about evil. So, the police official report indicates that the shooters arrived in a white Toyota Axie, targeting a bingo party at a bar, armed with rifles and handguns. They unleashed a hail of bullets, claiming lives on the scene, and the others later at the hospital. After them kill these people now, them go back and both smoke ganja and Guinness and them both about it and laugh. Yes. So far, 2 of the killers have been killed. But the main man who's behind it, Toffee, is Toffee. He's the one. So these things have so many. It's so complex. It has to do with the Leighton White. It has to do with Vybz Kartel. Gun them where him take that Black Azan take away, and then it has to do with Beanie. That is Beanie. That's the man. That's the man who rob Black Azan mother, man who's a drug dealer in a Atlanta, Georgia. So I just peer criminals them. Yeah, Gomiko. So Gomiko is the man. The man they are done from here police and me yeah. I don't know the man that reach out of foreign, but I just saw it go. You understand? So these killings underscore the urgent need for effective crime control and community protection measures in Jamaica, where such attacks have sadly become all too common. The psychological impact of these incidents, these violent incidents, especially with young children among the victims, has been devastating for families and communities. So the reason why the criminals are able to take over the communities like this is because you have no police, or back in the days when you have the detectives on the street. Criminals know the detectives, them them don't play with them. So like in a Cherry Tree Lane or Havana Heights and all these things. Same place in a Spanish Town, you don't know all of the troublemaker them, and as a detective, and you'd have pay them a visit, and not only that you read the riot act to them, but you caution them. Read them the Miranda rights before, because so them a kill people. So by doing that, you put them on notice. You understand? So the Cherry Tree Lane massacre in Clarendon stands out as one of the most devastating episodes in Jamaica's recent history, casting a long shadow over a country already grappling with rising crime rates. So this brutal incident, which tore through the lives of 8 individuals, has left families shattered and communities in mourning. Yet beneath the surface lies a deeper story, one that speaks to the influence of key figures often left out of public narrative and how their unchecked power may contribute to such horrific acts. So you know that the people them will lose them life. You understand? So each victim's life symbolize aspiration, hopes, and contribution to their families and neighborhood, lost in an instant. But the thing is that now when you live in a certain community, like Church really and a country, these people, it's a violent set of people. I don't know how them reach this point now where illegal gun and killing and because the killing is not going to stop, It's not like one time where a man killed somebody and the family move on and said, boy, I'll make time to care of them. Like how, yours truly have experienced that. And we'll say, all right, make it, make time. No, it's not everybody stay like that. You kill them want blood. So blood for blood, and then that's how the war continue and people keep losing them lives. Because that's the only way. They don't believe in a system, because the system is stuck against the poor. The system is for the rich man. So that's why, the poor, them not deal with the court, them not deal with the system, because them know say the system is a fraud. Because what's the sense a man kill all 8 people, you go court, go testify against him. He might get 12 years, then come out on parole. That don't make no sense. But you just wait for him come out and you send him by the party alone. That is just justice. But the untold story and influence of notorious figures. So one significant dimension of this tragedy has been overshadowed the alleged role of powerful, controversial figures whose influence often permeates communities where crime and violence are endemic. 2 prominent individuals, Adija Vybz Kartel Palmer and Kevin Tilibat Roberts. Yeah, so both men, them are members of the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. And they are supporters, activists, and voters. Yeah, so they are frequently mentioned in connection with crime. Tilibat is our original crime producer, a long time drug dealer, and all of these things, and influence. Though their name will really surface in context of these tragic events. So, Vybz Kartel, known internationally as a dancehall artist, Kartel has built a brand that resonates with many young Jamaicans, home and abroad. However, the controversial nature of his lyrics and persona, which allegedly glorified a violent lifestyle, has had a troubling impact on his audience. Despite when he was incarcerated, Kartel influence continued to be felt in Jamaica's street and around the world. The troubling reverence for his image and lyrics within criminal circles suggests an indirect cultural reinforcement of violence, while his involvement in specific acts remains speculative and potential for his influence to perpetuate violent mindsets is a subject demanding deeper exploration. So although this man come out of prison, say the judge them, whether or not you want to believe it, we have some corrupt people in Jamaica. As I said before, and I continue to say again, in which there's no other person who have told you this. Because most of the things that I have told the Jamaican people, and people in the diaspora and island-wide, or worldwide, is that Jamaica is a criminal's paradise. We as Jamaicans, since 1972, have been indoctrinated, cultured, nurtured, domesticated, and socialized to be criminal-minded people. We were socialized that way by a man named Michael Manley to embrace criminality, ignore our conscience, and put criminal murderers like Burro Boy and fed them up. These were people that Michael Manley put on a pedestal as role models for people in Jamaica, especially in my community of Jonestown where I'm from. So that's why I speak out, because I don't see a prime minister for our country putting up men who are known murderers that violate other people's rights, all because of the name of power. Because these men were able to commit genocides. Genocide, yes man, on behalf of the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. At the time, it was the PMP party for him to maintain power in Jamaica. And people say that that's a good man. I beg to differ, because anyone who's for the destruction of people's life, you can't be a good person. Period. And I don't want nobody come tell me about when my family get. I don't want to hear that. I'd rather to live in a hut and live in peace and security than live in a mansion like a prisoner. I don't want to cuss, because sometimes I talk, because, people always a call and, boy, you always a beat. Look here, I just tell you the real mama papa truth. You don't like for your lies. You understand? But I don't into it, you know. If I'm going to be the last person to tell you the people the truth, so be it. That's how it is. So the second man on Kevin Tiliba Roberts, linked to criminal networks. This is a man is an international drug dealer, you know. The man, him control the police them, the PIU police them and Mapen, and him control all the police and the man they can't just walk go in a soup office. While you as a decent and law abiding, you can't just go in a soup office. Cause him have the soup in a film packet. Yeah. Anytime ready, him just take out the soup. You understand what I'm saying? Because money, money, you know, people now, when they come on to them, ignore them morals, them ethics, and decency. So his alleged support for criminal agendas, drug operations, and ties to violent actors highlights his presence in sectors where crime thrives. Moreover, his connection to certain political group provide him with a shield that may prevent scrutiny, even as the violent incident his influence support devastate communities. So although this man is a known violence producer, in Jamaica he must be able to get license gun. But yet, police officer can't get it. Some of my police in Jamaica are criminals still though, you know. We are telling that, you know. Yeah, some of them are real criminal. And an ordinary criminal, big time criminal too. And some of them still in the police force. Like you have the twin them. Yeah, I don't know them, but they are criminals. People from Portmore, Waterford, all over. Tell me, say, boy, Chris, I told them two police, I told criminal and robber too. Yeah, but I tell you. And them are activists. Them are PMP LGBTQ plus activists in a uniform. But them, according to people, them are hard worker, but them are criminal. Make that make sense to me? Or if you be a hard worker and you're a criminal, you can't serve two master. You have to serve one. So that's why no man I say, boy, you're a bad police, you have a thief. I beg to differ. I don't believe in that. There's no truth to that. I them want to choose a thief because they must thief long time. So because I'm connected to the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, this man enjoy immunity. Yeah, man. You know, enjoy immunity from prosecution in a Jamaica. And even the police them, even at times, the man have a police, him have a escort for him coke, you know, in a police car, you know, and him drive behind, you know, or in front. So anytime if narcotics are stop in a vehicle, them stop for him vehicle, them can't find a drugs in a police car. So just hopefully narcotics will grab them one of them there, you understand? So Roberts, yeah man, Tiliba and challenge standing points to a pattern in which individuals with wealth and connection evade accountability, all while playing significant role in sustaining Jamaica's crime issue. So the omission of these individual influential and figures from the discussion from the Cherry Tree Lane massacre reflect a concerning pattern in Jamaica struggle with crime. The reach of powerful individuals into crime network and the culture of silence around them contribute to a society where violence go unchecked. So you know, say in a Jamaica, you're informer, you're for dead. So I change what you want to change and I say, no, informer for live and gunman for dead. So everything that is negative, them impart it to you and the people, them gobble it up. Yeah, you're going to hear we play a woman and them thing where our nephew, allegedly killed that him wife at Jamaica for insurance money, and by the time we start questioning her and them thing, she hung up. Because she realized she realized she had talked to someone whose level of thinking superior to theirs. So people don't like that. Jamaican people inherently, majority, as me say, you know, we were cultured and nurtured to be criminal-minded people. The people them with ethics and moral have to just keep quiet and have to ride with the criminal them. Because if them say you're not, yeah, them see you as an enemy. So this reluctance to investigate and hold influential figures accountable allow the culture of criminality to thrive, leaving ordinary citizens vulnerable. Communities such as Cherry Tree Lane suffer as a result of the cycle of violence continue, often with tacit support or the very least lack of intervention from powerful entities. So we are called for a comprehensive accountability and justice. Although we know so there's no justice in Jamaica, you have to have money to get justice. I saw it go on them thing there. And let them get justice, you know. You understand? So honoring the victims of Cherry Tree Lane massacre requires a transparent and unbiased investigation. Accountability must extend beyond the immediate perpetrators to encompass the systems, figures, and agendas that indirectly foster such violence. True justice demands acknowledging the potential influence of well-known figures who intentionally or not contribute to environments where crime is normalized and glorified. By confronting these hard truths, Jamaica can take meaningful steps towards breaking free from the culture of fear and complicity that allow violence to persist. The families of the massacre victims deserve not only empathy, but also action that targets the root causes of the tragedy. The entire nation stands to benefit from the unflinching look at how crime is perpetuated and a renewed commitment to dismantling the network that profit from the suffering of ordinary Jamaicans. Who you think suffer the most? Poor. And I poor them, see man, them always vote against them own. Them always vote against them, against them own. Yeah, man, them vote against them own interests. Because you have as we said before and we say again, you have two political parties. One of them is a criminal organization. As you see the other day, the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. All them do them parade, same thing that Michael Manley did back in the 70s, parade murderers, bury boy and fed them up from my community. Said them money are kick at them money, him want to run him, I have them run him, and say boy, them give him the strength why him become why him a prime minister, because him commit genocide in Jamaica for him. So that's why you see the PNP with this a next white man now, not Golden, who's not a Jamaican, have the murderers them up there. The Courtney Samuels, aka Stammer Terror. I would like to go to them got prison in America, And him got prison in America, him the 10 years for drugs. He was in Rikers Island, and then this man, even in England, him kill a man. 8 times him shot the man in the head, a man named Reds. We come from Post Road. Yeah, that time I St. Mary. Them come from the same community. And at 8 times him shot the man in the head. The man used to involve in a drugs to like him. And the man decides to them come home and boy, I tell you about that. That's a one different story. Because the man that was held with a gun in England were kill Reds. Him walk and me know him too. So we are gonna tell you that to one him. Boy, I tell you, say, it's just I don't know how people of criminality. So as a society, the time has come on to prioritize justice and safety over the impunity granted to influential figures. Only by lifting the law-abiding citizens and remove the veil and influences and demanding accountability at all levels can Jamaica hope to move forward a future where such massacre become a distant memory rather than a recurrent reality. So as we tell you, so the recent mass shooting at Cherry Tree Lane can be traced back to a complex and tragic story of betrayal, financial dispute, and retaliation. At the center of the conflict is Leighton White, who now faces 8 counts of murder. His entanglement with violence allegedly stemmed from a fallout with Papa, also known as Black Hazan, a figure with significant influence and reputation within certain circles. Him now come out of prison, because him charged the evening quadruple murder over Havana Heights. So him know say man dead at prison. I don't know what kind of life that our man glad for them life there. Because him feel say boy, them say him a done, so him feel good when him there at prison. No, me don't want to be no done on them thing. You rather to be free. So I don't know how all the mindset there man feel good. So yeah, him there at prison and him I done. And him run over Yasso and them thing there. So that is what they impart to us, as black people. Michael Manley, the same white man that black people love and cherish. The same man that impart international terrorism to us. And it started from my community. That's why I tell you that Jonestown is the belly of the beast. The event that led to the horrific incident began when Leighton White, a close associate of Blackers, and all of them people are friend turned enemy, collected a substantial amount of money, approximately 800,000. Intended for Hazan through our Western Union transfer. So this money was reportedly earmarked for a specific purpose list, likely involving business or other operational matters. However, instead of delivering the funds to Hazan, White fled with the money to St. Elizabeth effectively. severing his loyalty and trust with his former ally. So I saw we tell you, there's no honest criminals. So the man send him a Western Union, cause them they account to them, chop the line and I commit them crime and all them, and him go collect 800,000 US, Jamaican currency. I don't know how much US at the time when you convert it. And him just run off with it. Got St. Elizabeth. When he return, the man send him one of them emissary. In response to this betrayal, as an patience quickly turned to anger, desperate to retrieve the stolen funds and restore his reputation, because he's a criminal, And people have him a killer. A long time the man they kill people, Yeah, man. Him kill a brother when he blind dog, and he did fire shot off our brother named Lee. A long time the man they kill people, Blackers and After the man kill the people, the man all company seen, when police was there, and asked what happened, After him kill Blink Dog, I saw him brazen as criminal, Because people afraid and people won't even tell the police them say, hey, are the killer that, see him name and one of the killer, Him drive and stop there after him kill the man. And that for sure you say, oh, them criminals are heartless. You understand? So the emissary, Black Hazan mobilized one of his emissaries to send a forceful message to White. So the emissary tracked down White in Havana Heights and confronted him. And boy, this encounter, it become brutal encounter involving Al, Black Hazan driver and close associate, who suffer a serious assault, where a large stone was dropped on his head, injuring him severely. So this incident marked an escalation in the feud, signaling that Hazan would not tolerate betrayal lightly. So in retaliate, the assaults and Al serve as a grim warning. Because Black Hazan driver, serve as a grim warning to White of Hazan's reach and a serious consequence of crossing him. Yet, despite the initial confrontation, White did not return the money. Enraged and now viewing White as a significant threat to his authority and reputation, Hazan allegedly ordered further retaliation, targeted not just White, but extended his vengeance to White's family members in Havana Heights. And that's how 4 people lose them life. Over $800,000. So him forget say boy there's no honest criminal. Him thief the man money. One of them a criminal now. So what him do right and him thing there. But that way I show you say there's no honest criminals. The man trust him and send him to go collect him money. And him take the man money and go on. 4 of him family dead because of him. So I saw a criminal them operate. Them can't catch him, Them have a thing in Jamaica. You can't catch Quaker, you catch him shot. That is just madness. Why you kill the man family and them now have nothing to do with what him do. Not him rob your money, man, him is supposed to pursue. But because we don't have this thing and this men baby thing where we don't have psychological deficiency. Because if you respect yourself, just like how you have your mother Atlanta, Juliet, and Gomiko, your stepfather, you don't want nobody kill them. So you send people to kill other people, but your family not for dead. You can't do that. You have to see yourself in the next person. But when you don't do that, because you're empty on some empty vessel. It's just madness what is going on with you people. And we need to take back the country. But who we are get help from to take it back? We have one where pop it down. One where say, oh, anything or anything. You might tell us, say, oh, yeah man, become a rear admiral, become a murderer, become a drug dealer, go to prison like Buju Banton and Isaac Buchanan 2 times you got, and then oh, you can't we clean a police record and turn in a lawyer. Criminals is a criminal society and a criminal's paradise. So reports indicate that Hazan men, acting on his order, launched a calculated and merciless assault, resulting in the death of 4 of White's family members. So this violent act was meant to serve as both punishment for White's action and a cautionary message to others who might consider betraying Hazan. So what him do now, I send him a send message just like other criminal. If you cross me, me kill your family and all of these things. And all of these criminals not realize that although him do this is something where the others them do. A man in a war, man see man brother and kill the man brother. And the man brother have nothing to do with him do. This is because these people are low, them have negative one thinking. Negative one. Them not think, them not rational. Negative one. If you understand maths or algebra, and you know say negative one, you know say below 0 that them now not thinking, them can't think. critical thinking skill that non-existent. Is emotion them work off. Oh, I make the boy feel it and I make him ball, so I kill all the mother. Such dummies, man. So what began as a personal vendetta unfold into a large-scale tragedy, reflecting how individual conflicts, when left unchecked, can quickly escalate and devastate entire communities. As a response to the betrayal, underscore a willingness to employ extreme measures, turning communities into battlegrounds and civilians into casualty of power struggles. So this chain of events highlight a larger systemic issue within Jamaica. How unchecked criminal networks and influential figures wield immense power, creating a climate of fear and violence. Blackazan's ability to coordinate such extensive act of retaliation from prison, speak volumes and speak to the influence held by certain individuals and the lack of effective control to curb their reach. These violent reactions have deepened the cycle of terror in communities where residents are often caught in the crossfire of feuds between powerful figures. So the situation also underscores the broader struggle faced by Jamaican communities like Cherry Tree, where the threats of violence remain a constant part of daily life. When influential figures feel emboldened to pursue vengeance with impunity, as if they have immunity from prosecution. So the safety and security of innocent families and children are at risk. The Cherry Tree Lane massacre is a heartbreaking reminder of how individuals' conflicts, when exacerbated by power dynamics and systemic issues, can lead to widespread tragedy. So remember, remember that Vybz Kartel, Vybz Kartel operate a criminal enterprise, Yeah, man. So the ongoing influence of Adidja Vybz Kartel Palmer in Jamaica's criminal landscape is a pressing issue that has raised serious concerns about national security. So despite this man who was being incarcerated, now him free, Vybz Kartel continue to wield substantial power over certain communities, reportedly using his resources to finance gangs and maintain a stronghold of influence. This tragedy, which leveraged financial support to create networks of loyalty among criminals, poses a grave threat to the stability and safety of Jamaica. So this man is a national security threat, Vybz Kartel. So him a threat just to him a threat to Jamaica and a whole. So at this man, the 8 people then, him on all over it. Vybz Kartel and all over him murder. The 8 people them kill. All because the man take away him gun them. So him make him pay. So that's why him do the video and say, boy, a wonder and a Tesha Miller. The goldfish them gone a long time on them thing. Because we just look on the numbers. Them not watching more than 12 minutes because them can't manage the power. Them can't absorb so much information. It's too overwhelming for them. That's why them can't read even a little comic book. Yeah, them have to listen. Them listening it after like 2 minutes and them just kiss them teeth. Them then at that. And them know everything and them don't know nothing because them don't listen. Them don't read. So Kartel's network, coupled with the influential figure like Kevin Tiliba Roberts, exemplify a broad and alarming pattern where powerful individuals exploit their reach and resources to perpetuate cycle of crimes, fear, and violence. So the Vybz Kartel, criminal enterprise where him did not run from prison, him still in a crime. You'd think the man come from prison and the man would have change himself. No, him none of that. Vybz Kartel not into that. You understand? So the thing is that now, Vybz Kartel, the initial what happened while Kartel was in a prison. As we tell you before, him they purchased some gun, and solidify him influence over a criminal network outside the prison walls. Papa, that are Blackazan, yeah man, in the underworld, him use the gun them and him not give back Vybz Kartel, so them attack. So Kartel get transferred from Spanish Town to GP and them just not link again because from them time there, but Whilst Kartel was there, Kartel, I planned how to make him feel pain, because I have to make them cry. I saw them stay, so it's a men baby thing. And then Kevin Tiliba Roberts now, I saw him get involved in it because him have the arsenal, them a gun. The guns them. And him get the M16 rifles them from the brother from 80. Remember say him bring him in, you know. So sometimes you see a man and him look simple, a dangerous man this. This is the man who brought the man from 80 to kill the Prime Minister of Jamaica and other men. Because him will come and bring boats in Jamaica and dock it out of Port Royal. So Tiliba provide the M16 rifles them to Vybz Kartel. And Vybz Kartel does some dub plate for him in return. Yeah, man. For he payment my rifle, him do a whole heap of dub plate for Kevin Tiliba Roberts. And I saw him get to keep the M16 them. So the M16 them will kill the people them. A cartel thing then. So the two of them are strategic partner in crime. Kevin Tiliba Roberts' involvement goes merely providing weapons as a known supporter of criminal activities with connections to powerful figures. So Roberts' support cartels reflect a partnership based on mutual benefit. By empowering Kartel with the resources needed to assert control, Roberts strengthens his own position within Jamaica's criminal network, ensuring that he too can leverage cartel influence when necessary. So this is a national security implication and a growing threat. The alliance between Kartel and Roberts represents significant threat to Jamaica's national security. Together they have the means to coordinate large-scale violence actions, mobilize gang members and destabilize communities. Their combined influence not only strengthens Jamaica's criminal network but also severely limits the government's capacity to enforce law and order effectively. The Cherry Tree Lane massacre is just one example of the destructive potential that arises when powerful individuals like Kartel and Tiliba operate with near impunity. When you have people who have guns supplying firearms to known gang members and directing attacks on community, Kartel and Roberts contribute to a climate of fear that hinders economic and social progress. Residents of areas dominated by their influence are often reluctant to cooperate with the law because fear of retaliation or further violence. In Jamaica, you thought them say, shut him out and live talk and dead. Them say informer for dead at Jamaica and we say informer for live and gunman for dead. So we are trying to change the tide. So address the threats posed by Vybz Kartel and Kevin Tiliba Roberts. Jamaica authorities must adopt a multifaceted approach. Law enforcement alone cannot dismantle the deeply entrenched network that enables individuals like Kartel and Roberts to operate. Instead of collaborative strategy involving local communities, international law enforcement and government agencies is essential to undermine their influence and disrupt the financial flow that sustain these criminals' activity. So the police, they must strengthen them surveillance and intelligence gathering. Just like how, them have the means and know how where them can, you understand, because the phone is a two-way radar. Even when the battery dead, the police, them know that too. You understand? So anytime them are making a move, you can make sure you're there and you just do the map up. It just sad still though. Oh, we reach a point here, we are just murder. A man want to be feared like him a god. Nobody don't want to be loved. The Cherry Tree Massacre is a harrowing reminder of the urgent need to address the unchecked power held by individuals like Vybz Kartel and Kevin Roberts, that are Tiliba. Their ability to fund, arm, and command violent gangs from within Jamaica's border highlight the flaws within the nations and the command from these people who are in the criminal justice system and the urgent need for reform. So we have a corrupt judiciary. That's why Vybz Kartel last street. I judge them collect 500,000 US. Them not care. I see it. As him come out, why? See then? Him come out July 31st and August, that less than a month after that, I 8 people he met dead. What a man wicked. You understand? Without decisive action, Kartel and Taliban will continue to exploit the weaknesses in the system, perpetuating a cycle of violence that destabilizes communities and erode public trust in law enforcement. Everyone in a Jamaica, all them do is want gun. So, we just a pray. Well, prayer alone, faith without action won't work. And that's how it go. So all people are that about pray. No, if prayer without action won't work. So a man in them heart, you have to see yourself in our next man. So remember, the statement that Vybz Kartel made at Mecca Club was more than just words. It was a carefully calculated move with profound implications for Jamaican criminal landscape by affirming Tesha Miller as the only one done. Kartel simultaneously bolster Miller's standing, marginalize Black Hassan, and reinforce his own power to shape the criminal hierarchy. So him now as the top DJ in Jamaica, because all of the other DJ them have to shut up now, Because I tell you, man, got prison for 13 years and come back larger than life. This act highlight the deep and intricate ties between public figures and gang dynamics in Jamaica, showcasing how influential personalities like Kartel can shape the country's crime narrative through subtle gestures and endorsement. What Kartel know, him don't know say Black Hassan a plan to kill Fim boy them now and Shorty. Him don't know that, because them don't have no security. Him have security, but they don't. Him don't know that. Can't say never hear, you understand? You can't say never hear. Because you know the capability of this man and the influence that him have. Unless you don't know how you're going to stop it. But they're coming. They're coming for you and they're coming for your son them. So you will advertise all your kids them on TikTok and Instagram and all of these things is madness. Because your enemies them, just like how you kill other people, son, daughter and all of these things. I see them them do yours. So have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.